All right, so let's get into the run. I freaking love this game. Holy moly, this game's so fun. This game's so cool. This is Star Fox Assault, y'all. This is the second GameCube Star Fox game. The one that's more traditional to just the original Star Fox style, while also being its own thing with the whole land sections too. For this run, there's actually some funny differences I'll go into once it actually starts a bit between this version of playing the Japanese version and the English version. Oh, it's starting now. There we go. Start race. So yeah, so you start off the game here just doing normal Star Fox stuff, being in space with your R-Wing, and yeah. So to go fast in this game, you have to do a full boost and then just keep on spamming the boost button over and over again. That's what they're gonna be doing here for these R-Wing sections. So you can see you see the R-Wing kind of just fidget on its wings there, back and forth. That's just how it goes right now. Now during these sections, there's also things you can grab too, like right up here is a beam upgrade. Makes your beams a little more powerful. That's gonna be important for the boss fights later. We're getting another one. We'll get another one later too in levels, and like it'll be good when we get there. But there's a few important things that you need to get along the way to the boss fight in this level. One most important thing being these bombs that I just picked up right now. There are, I think, 6 of them you can get in this level, and you want 5 of them for the boss fights. There's one we don't get, if I recall, because it's pretty slow to do that, or like, yeah, it's slow to do that. Going full passive? I didn't even notice that. Yeah, he has 10 hits. Oh my gosh. That's pretty funny. You don't actually like hit anything here at all. You really don't. Only later, as long as you can avoid everyone, that's fine. And like not die, of course. I didn't even notice he was doing that. That's really funny. There's a second bomb right there. Keep track of the bomb count on the bottom left there. Should be about 5 by the time we get to the boss of this stage. I think it stopped going fast. But that's funny though. He was doing that. I didn't even see he was doing that. In terms of a score run for this game, though, how a lot of that works is that there's usually clusters of enemies that pop up, and then after you destroy the cluster, it'll give you like a hit bonus, so it'll be like hit plus 5, hit plus 10, or whatever. Usually that works. Yeah, right there. See, you got all enemies in that group, which is a thing you just kind of do after a while of just resetting runs of this game. Just you go for the highest score that you can, just for fun. And then right here, about to go into the plants. For a while, this load was kind of consistent for me back in the day, but I think on the Wii, it's pretty consistent if I recall. Essentially, once Peppy does this line here, it'll load. And there we go. See? Bam. We're good. It's a little bit variable. It's not super consistent either way, but yeah. Okay, now we're on the planet here. If I recall, this is Fortuna. I'm actually pulling my splits here. Like remember the planet names. That's all my splits. Been a while since I pulled up these splits in one line, but yeah. On the left here, there's a bomb I'm gonna pick up real fast. No problemo at all. And then Falco is gonna be in trouble here, but we actually don't want to save him because if we save him, he gives us a bomb. But if Falco and Crystal are like dead by the time we get to the boss fight at the end of this, it saves us time because they don't have dialogue during the boss fights. So we're just gonna not save him. He's just gonna go. He's gonna just kind of die right here. Unfortunate. F in the chat for Falco. Actually, not Crystal. Slippy. We're going to Slippy later too. Both of them. They're both gone. That's who it was. I had mixed up there. A little discombobulated. My bad. There we go. This is Fortuna. There we go. Pull my splits now. But yeah, over on the right here is another bomb in a second, and then on this train up here is also another bomb. You just have to destroy the car. The first one, I think, is what it is. No, it's actually the second one. There we go. And that's it. That's all we need for now. And I'm just gonna go to the very end of this level here. At the very I always call these 8 robots right at the end of this section here, the 8 robot masters. I always like to destroy all 8 of them when they pop up in a little bit. I always made like a little game out of that, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. There's a flag up there. Ooh. Yeah, they're both not doing that. Dang. I always go for destroying them just for fun. Again, the run starts with a like with an R-wing section. It takes about like 4 or 5 minutes, so you gotta find ways to entertain yourself, you know. But yeah, now it's time for the boss fight here. This is Oinkini, Andros' nephew. He has this giant robot here. He's gonna start just firing stuff at us. As soon as we fire a charge shot, we're gonna fire a bomb and destroys his hand there. And normally during this part, if Slippy and Falco were alive, they would have dialogue that would delay the fights, especially his attacks right here. But they're dead, so therefore we can just move on immediately. Same with the right hand there. We also just do a charge shot there, and bam. And now the real enemy of the game pops up here. This is the Aperoid Moth. This is the first time we're gonna see this thing. We fire 2 bombs immediately at them, and they just kind of, and all 8 of their wings just kind of die. And moves on to the second phase. We're just gonna bring up all these rocks on the ground and start throwing them at you. Now, if you go to the top left corner, you actually avoid all of them. I'm not sure why they're doing that, not doing that, but hey, it's your funeral, I guess. No, it's fine. Yeah, they're gonna open their mouth right now. They're gonna fire a charge shot in there and a bomb, and they're dead, just like that. That's the first level. That part's not too bad. And now it's time for the part that makes this whole speedrun really cool, and makes me absolutely love it as well too. This next level is called Katina. It's next planet, and this is the first on-land section. These on-land sections are the hardest part to optimize, but also the most fun part to optimize, in my opinion. They're really cool. So you have a blaster here that you can kind of just fire down by kind of softly holding your trigger all the way down. You just have it constantly fire like that. It also has 3 charges to it. A green charge, a blue charge, and the red charge. The red charge can actually destroy these barriers over here, so we're going to do that to open our way a little earlier than intended. Or a little bit earlier in general. And then over here, you can destroy his barrier 2 more times, and then after a certain amount of time in this level, a certain enemy that you need to actually advance is going to spawn in right over here. And bam! And that's luck there as well, if that blue enemy spawns in the path of the enemy behind them. It's luck when these other Aperoids spawn as well too, so yeah. Looks like, yeah, Spin's got good luck, so he doesn't have to do anything about that, about the ones on the right there. Same as Signa, they got pretty good luck there. We just gotta throw the Aperoids that pop up right over here. They're gonna spin all the way to the right, do a few rotations, then Tim is gonna spawn right over here. One's gonna drop us a center bomb, which we're gonna need in a second for a little skip we're gonna do. Normally we have to go inside this building over here to use a center bomb, or to like destroy the thing inside here, but instead we're gonna use a center bomb placed outside the building, and it'll destroy the thing inside of it, no problem. So you just go inside whatsoever, which by the way is an elevator cycle, so skipping cycles, very good thing. But now we destroy all those targets, one more spawns in right here, all the way across, and now we're good. And then after this, a giant enemy crab battle happens, and we have to destroy it. It's like a giant Aperoid crab, it's kind of cool. Anyways, we get on top of it right here, and then we do 3 charge shots. A 4th one? 4 charge shots there, then regular shots, then it's get close up, and then charge shot, regular shot, and it's dead. Sorry, there's a lot to explain that level. It goes by very fast. It's hard to explain it all in one go. I was just kind of throwing some word garble at you, but I hope it was understandable. So, in this next level here is actually the first major difference between Japanese and English in terms of the version, in terms of the run here. So, for whatever reason on the Japanese version, you actually have way more health than on the English version. And in this level, you have to do a death warp right at the end of this first section here to do a big skip. Now, they're gonna try and their best not to waste any like of the grenades they're gonna get in a second from his drop on top of his platform. There we go. See, you got the grenade right there. So they're gonna use that immediately and start blowing themselves up along the way, all the way to the very top of this area. They have to get down to basically 0 health by the time they're done. You also like jump as soon as it's about to explode here, so they don't like get knocked back a bit by the grenade exploding. Nice little, it's a little bit of movement tech you can do with this. But yeah, he has 1 grenade left, gonna blow himself with it one more time. On the English version, this takes way less time to do. It's like, I think we usually had like 4 of these grenades, and like we use like 2 or 3 center bombs, but we're gonna use every single center bomb and grenade here to get ourselves down to like basically 0 health for this final death warp up here. Yeah, one more like shield right there got destroyed. Things like I forget what some of these objects are called. I honestly forget. But yeah, 3 ascension bombs right here. 1, 2, blow up stuff up right that. Then place one right there. Bam and bam, and now we're at 0 health on signal screen right there on the right. And bam, last target destroyed. Now we're just gonna stay in inside this enemy here. Nice taunt. This game has taunts, by the way. It's pretty great. Oh no, did Spins mess up? Oh, Spins messed up. Oh no. But yeah, on signal screen right there, what happened there is that normally there's a battle with Team Starwolf right at the end of that mission, but we completely skipped that battle entirely by dying on the first frame of the mission update screen coming in. I don't know why that works, but it just completely skips it, saving us like over a minute getting out of the base there, and then going to our R-Wing and defeating all 3 of them. It's pretty wild. It's a pretty major skip in this run, honestly. Which, speaking of major skips, here's actually the skip that got me into run this game back in the day. This is a Ficina like shield skip. What we're gonna do is go right over here with our Landmaster and destroy this giant bug, and then park our Landmaster right over here at the right spots, get close enough to the shield here, and then kind of just clip into it on the side. And yeah, I think it's in a bad spot actually. I think it might be a little too close right here. Might still be able to get it. It's hard to say. Oh, we got it. There we go. Bam. Second try. Very nice there from Signa. It just kind of wedging 2 objects between each other and game not knowing how to react to that. That's pretty much how that works. That clip was found by Signa himself like a long time ago. It's what got me into running this game back in the day. I saw that clip and it was just kind of mind blown. Base sections here. This section here is these Sentry bots gonna spawn in, and there's 6 of them we gotta destroy here. There's 4 right here, 2 across the room, and then at this part we don't have to worry about any of the rest of these. The game's just gonna advance after a certain amount of time here, so we're just gonna kind of just mess around until that happens. Personally, I like spam the taunt button, which is Z during this part. That's what I like to do. But yeah, after this is an auto-scroller for about 3.5 minutes. We're just gonna start shooting a lot of things. Personally, I go for the highest combo I can right here. There's also funny dialogue if you shoot Falco, who's R-Wing we're currently riding on the wing of. But let's turn our attention to Spins right now. He's going for the Ficina clip himself. Hopefully he can get that, no problem. So he got a second try. So if he gets a first try right here, he can make up some time. Because after all, the level 9 has another huge death warp right at the end of it, just like level 3 did. So if Signa gets level 9 and messes it up, that means that can be a huge comeback for Spins especially. But let's see what happens here. First try? Oh, perfect. Oh, that's the perfect clip. Oh my goodness. Absolutely perfect clip there. That was beautiful. Holy moly. GG's on that one. Yeah, finally get a little chance to just kind of breathe during this part. There's a lot to explain for a bit, but now we just get a little chance to breathe here. Whenever I got to this part of the run, personally, around the corner, like around the mountains here, when we turn to the left, Slippy just kind of appears out of nowhere, and I like to just kind of shoot him, and he just goes like, "Fox, you're hitting me!" It's pretty great. When is someone from the English community gonna commentate? I had a lurker in this game. What are you talking about? I am currently commentating it. What? I'm confused. What? Is your stream muted? Are you good there? Whatever. Anyways, not much to really say here because auto scroller, but yeah, what the heck? 3100の時には2400となっております。この日本版の数字どれだけでかいのかというと、海外版のそれぞれの HP の約ぴったり2倍となっております。一方で So confused. 10とか50とか大きくても150。それに比べると日本版めちゃくちゃ HP あることわかる。What's a British person gonna commentate? Asking the real questions right here, honestly. Asking the real questions. Oh, no, absolutely, I did. And you know what? I'm not afraid to admit it. That's okay. Enjoy your free clout. Thanks for commentating. No problem. I'm doing my best over here. Wish there's a little more to say during this section here, but it is what it is. Thankfully, this auto-scroller is almost done. Right at the end of it. There's only a few more things we gotta just kind of destroy or not destroy here, really. Signa's electing to just kind of take damage for no reason. It's kind of funny. So, I think also Spin is doing the same thing too. They're just kind of taking damage because on Japanese version, you have way more health for some reasons. They can just kind of do this. But anyways, we're coming to the end of the auto scroller here on Signa's section. There's gonna be a really cool quick boss kill here. So the boss is like this big tube, and it opens up at one point. We want to get like a bomb drop from one of the enemies that spawns. And if we get that, and then do enough shots at the same time... Yeah, there we go, got bombed up right there, perfect. Got two of them, ooh. We can destroy him immediately in just one cycle. Otherwise, he'll... Oh, he missed! Oh, he got still, never mind, we're good. Good adjustment there from Signa. And get the clip on the ground, too. By the way, that's Japanese only right there. How far apart are the runners? Unfortunately, about 2 minutes apart, because Spin unfortunately died on level 3, right at the end of it. That level's hard because you have to set for a death warp like right at the end of the level. So he actually died a little bit before a death warp happened. So they're about 2 minutes apart, unfortunately. However, they're still in this because there's actually one more death warp at the end of level 9. And that's also, I think, a great equalizer in general. So like if for instance if Signa fails that but Spins gets that, Spin might just overtake the lead. But for now we're at level 5, which is unfortunately, there's not really much you can do to speed up this level other than get the beam upgrades. There's no bombs to get during this R-Wing section. If I recall, there's actually one bomb you could get in this level, but it's out of the way, unfortunately. But yeah, for now we're just gonna go through the asteroid belts. That is the name of the level, by the way. It's just asteroid belt. That's what we're doing. A lot of cool things happening here. I personally like to save Crystal about a minute from now, once she's getting chased by some enemies. Just because it gives me some health drop. Just a nice little health drop here. Let's see what Spins does here for the boss fight. If this goes perfectly, then you can just immediately save a lot of time back. Here we go. See if we can do it. No, shots. Bam. There we go. Perfect fight. Is he clipping to the ground too? Oh, he is. Oh, beautiful. That's so good. Yeah, so... Funny enough, Japanese and English are both run for this game because they're about the same in terms of time difference. I guess I'll talk about that now while we're just going through this section here. But on Japanese version, you do what we just saw there, the R-Wing clip, where I don't know how it works, but it might just be something to do with like the geometry of just the ground and how your R-Wing interacts with it. But for whatever reason, you just kind of clip in the ground with the R-Wing on some levels. You'll see that in the next level after this one, like on Saria, the Star Wars Assault Planet. you'll see that next level there. They're gonna do an R-Wing clip to get to like do the mission like correctly, but you can't do that in English. That being said, though, the time difference between Japanese and English actually gets like minimized a lot more because on English you have way less health, and for the death warps on missions 3 and 9, they're a lot faster to do. Because you don't have to like hurt yourself as much. So that's where the time difference actually kind of equalizes in the end, funnily enough. So, like Signa has a record for this game with I think it's a 41-43. I know it is a 41-43. I like verified it last night. That's what I did. But like second place for this game, they're on the English version, like the US version, and like they're like 10 seconds away, I think. They're pretty close, and like there's not really they can just totally catch up too, and same with the Japanese version too. If like it's just right there in time. But yeah, Signa has all the beam upgrades now. All you gotta do is just get to the end of the level. We're almost done, thankfully. Got about like 30-ish seconds left of it. There's a few easy flags you can get in this level too, just by going through here normally. There's one he missed a second ago, but he did unlock the flag. Also, Slippy dies really fast in that section. I think that's really funny. He's just like, whoa, Fox, get this guy off me. Whoa, oh no, I can't go on. And he just retires immediately. It's really funny. I forgot to point that out because I was saying other words, but those words are also important. Daffy's arms right here, 2017 Switch. We're gonna go down this little section and have a nice little reunion with someone we absolutely hate from from 64. So Pigma, funnily enough, got turned into an Aperoid. He got infected by Aperoids and is now just this giant space station you guys see right here. And I actually didn't notice until I played Star Wars Command recently, but turns out he's actually alive after this. I thought he straight up died. He's not even mentioned like after the game is done. He's not even mentioned there. But yeah, he's actually alive after this game, and he's just like a cube in Star Fox Command. It's kind of funny. But yeah, all you gotta do for this fight is hit all the claws right here as soon as they pop up. And once all 6 are done, he's gonna pop up. He's gonna pop up himself in the middle there, and then just keep on shooting. He's done. Like I said, there's no bombs you can get in this level that are like fast, so we just like use our beam for this. This game has a kind of mashing like cap, I guess. So like, Sega is really good at mashing to that cap. I've noticed. I watched his world record yesterday while verifying it. Just kind of skimmed through a lot of it. And his mashing for these R-wing sections is just immaculate. He mashed to the cap like perfectly every time. He's really good at it. Yeah, perfect Pigma fire right there. Very good. And now it's time for the fastest level of the entire run. This is gonna take like 20 seconds, I think, like max, unless he messes up the clip. But yeah, so we're going Saria right now, and all you gotta do is destroy 5 different targets on here. There are 3 outside on top of these temples, then 2 inside the cave. The 3 outside, all you gotta do is use R-Wing for that one and just destroy all 3 of them normally. But the 2 inside the cave, we're gonna use the Japanese exclusive R-Wing clip and clip underneath the ground and just hit those last 2 targets immediately. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and then R-Wing clip right here. And there's 4, and there's 5. Oh, he missed. Oh, you gotta get back and get it. Oh, you gotta do the clip again. Oh no. Let's get spend some time to catch up real fast. Oh, he messed it up. Oh no. Oh, he's just going in the cave now. There we go. Good backup, I'd say. It doesn't take too long to get this one. Is he gonna use the heat launcher for this? No, he's using blaster. That's fine. Heat launcher would have been funny though. But there we go. If all incorrectly, you would have hit that target just barely. Your full charge like blaster shot and your full charge your full charge R-wing shot hoping on the targets, so they're very good. But yeah, it'll give Spin some time to catch up right there, as long as it does mission 6 perfectly. But for mission 7 here, we might as well talk about it while we're here. For mission 7. There's these, I think they're called atmosphere stabilizers, I want to say. I think it's this edition they're called that. But there's these eyeballs in the sky that are random, like where they're facing towards you at the start of the mission. We're gonna snipe them and just hope that they spawn in looking directly at us, which that's perfect luck twice in a row right there from a Cygna. So very, very nice. If they're facing exactly the opposite direction away from you, oh, perfect again. Oh my god. If they're facing away from you, you can like kind of start looking at them and they'll start turning towards you like that. So while they're turning towards you, you can start moving and save a little time that way. And then there's 2 more come up very soon. On the way, just kind of destroy those enemies there. Oh, look at that! There's 4 of the 5 so far have looked directly at Cygna. That's really good. That one though not, so can't always get lucky on that. That's okay. Also, I even see Spins do that last level there. But while Cygna was destroying all those eyeballs there, he kind of just went through mission 6, no problem. So he's catching up for sure. I guess see that perfectly then. But yeah, and now we're time for a 4-minute auto-scroller with the best song in the game right here. This is the Star Wolf theme. It's so freaking good in this game. Oh my god. If you heard the song in like Star Fox, or not Star Fox, in Smash 4 or Smash Ultimates, it's like it's so good. It's the same version from this game. Oh, Spin's doing the unzoomed shot right there of the sniper rifle. Alright, shoutouts to Corneria on multiplayer for this game. Corneria is like one of the best multiplayer stages easily. Also, this game does have multiplayer as well too, and it's very, very good. If any of y'all ever go to an IRL event that I'm going to, challenge me in multiplayer this game. I promise I won't. I promise. I promise it's fun. I hope I don't beat you too badly, considering I've played this game many hours of my life. But yeah, it's very, very good. There's like Landmaster and R-Wings on this stage, and like the weapons you get here are really good. There's like a heat launcher as well. It's really, really good on this stage, especially. It's really cool. Try to hold back a little. We'll see. Maybe. I'll think about it. I guess going to the plot a little bit of this for this part here. The whole plot of the game is that these aporoids are just kind of like this virus sort of deal taking over the galaxy and the universe and stuff. And like by the time we get here, we were fine Team Star Wolf before, but now they kind of just put the differences aside and just helping Team Star Fox here. Because you kind of just need it, really, at this point. We need all the help we can get. So they're fighting along with us, and yeah. I know Wolf does not want us to do this, but he's helping us out here, and we're riding out his R-Wing, just or his Wolfing, excuse me. Just you know, through the city trying to destroy all the aporoids that we can. And funny enough, Panther only spawns in like to the left here. For whatever reason. He's like back there. I don't know why. That's the only time you ever see him like on the map though. During this mission. I don't know why I know that. I've played this game a lot. That's probably why I know that. Yeah, I got a little bit left for this auto-scroller here. Got about a minute or so left. Maybe a little more than that actually. But hope y'all have been doing well tonight in general. Hope y'all enjoying RTA in Japan. What are some runs y'all looking forward to? And what are some runs you've seen so far that you absolutely liked? Let me know. I mentioned it earlier, but I love the Yoshi's Woolly World run that happened earlier this week. That was a really fun surprise there. So shout out to Shiro Kirby as well, running Kirby's Return to Dreamland 100%, using 4 Wiimotes for the entire run. That's a pretty cool thing. That run is 4 players, 1 player, 4 controllers. That's what it is. That's the term for it. Because it just saves a buttload of time doing that over just 1 controller. Or just 1 single Wiimote. It's really cool. There's a pic that I've seen in the Kirby Speedrun Discord of another runner of the game, Nippo, who has like 4 Wiimotes kind of velcroed on their back together. And just like tied together with rubber bands. That's a pretty funny thing. It's just optimal. I don't know. It's just optimal to do that for that run. They wasn't running on Wii and did the Ultra Sword scene of Magalore. Could possibly Muleka run. Oh crap, that's cool. Good for him then. Alright, we're done with the auto-scroller here. So it's time for this boss fight here. And this boss fight is unfortunately kind of a sad one because it turns out General Pepper has his ship taken over by an aporoid here, and we have to kind of just destroy this ship while he's inside of it. So get some salutes in the chat, some 07s if you will, for General Pepper. Served us well here. But his boss fight's actually like deceptively difficult and like can lose you or save you a lot of time depending on how you do it. It's all about just aiming perfectly the whole time. You have to kind of lead your shots for a lot of this here, which so far Sina is doing an incredible job at. I just gotta say that real fast. You just kind of lead your shots while this is happening. And just keep on doing damage right here, especially during all this, all the projectiles are shooting at you. Just keep on going at him, and ideally, if all goes correctly, you should destroy General Pepper right before he goes through the black smoke up here. We'll see if that happens or not. It's gonna be close. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. Pretty optimal fight, I'd say. I love all the swag they're doing during these auto-scrollers. It's so good. Which, thankfully, final auto-scrolling section of the run, technically. Actually, I guess technically, like, the upcoming level, the start of it's kind of like that, but yeah. With Star Fox in general, the whole series is like on rails more than it being a straight up auto scroller because you can speed it up, and that's the difference there. But yeah, so this next level is actually stage in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, at least for Wii U. It's a Orbital Gay Assault. It's a stage that I personally do not like very much casually, but it's a very cool aesthetically at least, and it's a cool level in this game too. So we have about, I think, if I recall, either a minute and a half or 2.5 minutes or so until the game actually advances us, and we want to be on a certain part of the map when that happens. But until that happens, we're just gonna destroy a lot of enemies and get some bomb drops and some what is it? Some other drops to make B upgrades. There we go. We're gonna get all those right now. We want about like 5 or 6 bombs, I want to say, like minimum. And it's all random whether they drop or not. Thankfully, we got the time, and Sina's getting some good drops right now. And there's spins taking out Jump Pepper as well too. Very nice, very nice. They're a little more than a minute apart, I want to say. It's like the gap is closing. The big thing that's gonna like equalize this race is Mission 9. That's really the big thing right here. If Signa does it perfectly, then you might as well have won at that point. Otherwise, Spins has a chance to catch up if Signa messes it up like severely. That's really the big thing right now. Either way, this run's fun. That's all I know. So my cue personally when I was running this game for the section actually advancing is Crystal dying, because you can save her and you can also save like Slippy as well too. But as soon as she dies here, like as soon as she as soon as it says retire over her picture there on the screen, that's like none of the game's gonna advance. You want to be about in the middle of the the top middle of this area here. You might see it faintly in the middle of the screen. There's like a map there. Might be kind of in the top middle there, so you can just kind of be where you want to be when the game advances. There you go. Crystal is dead, and now we're good. Because right here there's a giant missile that's spawning, and in general, there's a lot of missiles are spawning right now. They're just gonna come after just the orbital gates, really. That's why it's called Orbital Gate Assault. There we go. I love how Signa does that. He shoots this charge shot, then a few other shots, and just immediately just like turns around there at the ship as it's going towards them, because like he's just that confident. Now this part is not timed. This is actually just like all optimization right here. We just gotta know where to go for this part, where all the missiles are coming in. So it's gonna spawn right over here, and then one's gonna spawn to the right. And looks like I got kind of bad luck too. There's an enemy that's kind of just chasing him, doing damage to him. This is on Japanese version. This is doing not a whole lot of damage to him, but the English version, it'd be kind of devastating having this enemy just be behind you, because it could kill you if you're not careful enough. Thankfully, there's one section towards the end of this part here where a missile is going to spawn after about 30 seconds of waiting, or after about 25 seconds of waiting, something like that. Yeah, during this part, we're just gonna, yeah, right here, nothing's happening, so you can destroy the enemy there behind him if he wants to. They're gonna wait about 20 seconds for another big missile to spawn, and then the boss missile is gonna spawn after that happens there. Now it's time for Spins to do it as well too. Crystal's about to die right here. Or Crystal already died, so Gin's about to come in, and bam. So yeah, they're a little more than a minute apart right now. Yeah, she's in the screen. Thank you, Dog Soldier, for the updates. I don't know why, but sometimes an NPC called Dog Soldier, who's like a bunch of different dog breeds, just kind of comes in and says some random stuff sometimes. It's really funny. And it's like, thank you, Dog Soldier, for your service, I guess. I don't know. It's the only time he appears in the entire game. That's kind of made a meme back in the day. But yeah, anyways, this giant missile composed of 3 parts spawns in, and you have to destroy the parts from. You have to destroy all the parts from the back to the front, basically. That's all we gotta do. So we're gonna go right in the back right here, shoot a bunch of bombs at it, because that just destroys its health. This is why I need the bombs, by the way. I can finally say why we need the bombs at this level. We need about 5 of them here. You actually could just destroy the final part there of a charge shot, as long like that'll just destroy it in one hit. But it's more consistent to use a bomb after all. All right, but now it's time for the most important mission right here. I will say that the most important mission. This mission here, mission 9, is very, very critical. It's the hardest mission in the entire run. So there's just a lot to do here. There's 4 main targets that spread out all throughout the entire map. We got to destroy all 4 of them in order to be able to destroy the actual like asteroid homeworld that we're currently on. That's what we gotta do. So we're gonna go on the R-wing here, and they're gonna go between both of these little glass shelters and park right there, and then use the R-wing afterwards too. No problem. But first we go inside this building over here, and there's a target right across the way. Actually, there's 3 like shields that protect it. First, we gotta destroy. Also, those enemies there, they do a lot of damage to you, and they explode on you, but they also destroy all 3 of them and give you a sniper rifle, which is very useful. There we go. There's 1 out of 4. And then these giant orbs right here, you might see, they do a... On English, they do a quarter of your health when we go into them. On Japanese, I don't know how much health they do, but they still do a buttload of health, to say at least to you. But I know in English it's a quarter of your health, so I assume it's like an eighth on Japanese. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. We're gonna destroy these shield generators right over here, and then destroy the thing across the way, and then back up into a shield behind us that we can use for ourselves, which is very cool. But yeah, now we're gonna go over here to the gate once again, and we actually got a heat launcher as well from one of the enemies outside that little area too, which allows us to open up this door over here. It's gonna go over here, drop out, and then heat launcher, bam, and then we get the sniper rifle, destroy all these shield generators in 1 hit over here, bam, wazam, and 1 more down top and the bottom left, kablam, and then there's a thing right in the middle there, which this is my strat, by the way. I use the heat launcher to destroy that as I'm moving over here. That's my strat. Let's go. But yeah, so if this all wasn't just like a lot already, we have to now set for a death warp right at the end of the level. These orbs, like I said, do a ton of health to you. On English, it does 1/3 of your health. On Japanese, I'm not exactly sure how much, but you have to be especially very careful to get down to about 0 by the time you're done here. Which looks like they calculate it. So yeah, second currently is at 0 health. 1 more hit and he's dead. But he pulled up his shield there just to make sure he wouldn't die on the way out of here, essentially. And there we go. Now he's gonna hug one of the enemies over here. And as soon as the mission update appears, he's dead. And GG's. That's mission 9 right there. That skips 1 last R-wing section that happens. We have to go back to your R-wing and then destroy a bunch of shield generators at the very bottom of the asteroid homeworld, which takes about a minute to do. So it saves about a minute right there to do that like death warp. It's huge. Again, I don't know why when you die in the first frame of the mission updates screen kind of appearing there. I don't know why that's like skips the rest of the mission entirely, but it's really cool. You do that as well in mission 3, and it just saves a ton of time. It's so cool. But yeah, now we're on the final mission right here, mission 10. We're inside the asteroid homeworld, going to the core of it, gonna destroy the queen there. That's what we're gonna do. So we got 1 last little R-wing section. During this part, we're gonna get 3 bombs and use that for the asteroid queen fights. That's the idea right here. And then on the way too, we get 2 beam upgrades. You can lose a beam upgrade here by like getting hurt too much and like losing your wing. I've had that happen to me before if you're not careful. So you gotta be a little careful about that one too. In the meantime, while we're going through here, I guess let's see how Spins is doing with this section here. Yeah, he's down to 0 health. Yeah, he's looking good so far for him. And yeah, it's gonna destroy 2 more of these, and there we go. Bam, destroy that, and then it's gonna hug an enemy in a second. And should be good. Yeah, there we go. Spins got it as well. Nice. Very, very good. So at least they both get mission 9 death warp. That's really good. That's the most crucial one for sure. Because missing that death warp loses like 3 minutes. You have to redo the entire mission again. It is brutal. You can, and like, especially like I imagine on Japanese version too, like it can be especially brutal because they have more health. So like, yeah. It like sometimes you have like a very small sliver of like red health you can just barely see, and it's like That's like 1 health there instead of 0 health. Sometimes that can just happen. Alright, so actually Signa's gonna destroy all the enemies right there chasing Falco. And Falco's gonna give us a bomb in a second because of that. That'll be the very third and final bomb we're getting here. There's also a beam upgrade right at the end of this passage, and that'll be the last beam upgrade we need. And then we just go to the end and we just hope we don't die. That's all it comes down to. This section is also very good for score because these enemies keep popping up there until a certain part, and they just give you hit plus 10 every time.
いやー、全体的にものすごいロスしたって言えば、サルガッソかなくらいですけど、ミッション3のサルガッソがちょっとオブジェクティブキップにしたんで、それがちょっと心残りですけど、あれはもう、さっき
Yeah, just a little further, y'all. Not much to really say during this parts. You could save like Crystal right here if you wanted. Is that Crystal? No, that's right. It's Leon and Falco like fighting for whatever reason. Team Star of being icky. Ooh. Oh, there's a flag right there. I didn't know that. I didn't know about that one. So, in each mission in this game, by the way, there are actually 5 flags to collect, and if you get all 5 of them, you unlock. That's like the 100%. That's like the 100% sort of like reward sort of deal. If I recall, if you get all 5 of them in each mission, you unlock like a bonus game. It's like an arcade, like I think Namco game. Honestly, it's kind of cool. I forget exactly what it is. I never actually gotten it myself, but it's on the main menu. Oh, it's Xevious. It's called Xevious. That's what it is. XCVIOUS. Thanks for the raid, Lockcole Live, by the way. You're here for the end of Starbucks Assaults. Signa on the right is about to get to the final boss, which is the Upper Right Queen, so that's pretty cool. This version has 3 games there for 100%? Oh, I'm so jealous. What the heck? That's pretty cool. But here we go. Here's the final boss right here. What we're gonna do is go down, aim directly at her, I guess the lower half of her body, shoot two bombs, and bam, that's it. GG's. Just kidding, there's another fight. There's a second phase. You thought I was done? No. Okay, yeah, the first phase is pretty easy if you know what you're doing. She'll start spinning around eventually, so it makes it a little harder, but if you know what you're doing, it's a breeze. Phase 2 though is a little more tricky. You have to destroy 4 of her eyeballs, kind of like around like a rectangle pattern, I guess. And then she can pop out her big like snake head. You have to destroy. You have to keep shooting her eye over and over again. And no matter what, you can't just skip this part. You have to do it one more time. And then at the very end of this is actually phase 3, which is very luck based. Time is actually as soon as the final hit is done, but this part's very luck based. If she moves around at all, like you can't hurt her. If she shoots the orange beam attack, it loses you like 4 seconds at least. If she does that like green like spin attack, it's like 1 or 2 seconds. It is the orange beam right there. And GG's Signa. So 4215 beats my old record for this game that stood for over 2 years by 3 seconds. That's really impressive to say the least. And that's about half a minute off of Signa's current record as well too. So really impressive stuff from them to say the least. GG's to Signa for sure. So a little fun fact as well, I verified Signa's world record. They got this 4143 PB like a few days ago. And unfortunately, it could have been like a sub 4140 run had Apparated Queen there not done an orange beam attack. Like when there's 1 hit left. It's very unfortunate. It would have been like a 4139 if that happened, but rest in peace. Bad luck right at the end of the run. It'd be like that. Apparated Queen phase 3, the killer of runs sometimes. And when you think your run is done, nope. Not done until it's over. Ain't done until it's done, really. Looks like Spins went for the bomb on Apparated Queen, like second phase there, which is interesting. You could, in theory, go for a bomb as soon as you post her head here in a second, and like destroy immediately. But it's very, 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 very tight to time that, and it's very inconsistent. But it would take you to the third phase immediately, though. Which takes a few seconds. Let's see Spins' luck here. Let's see his luck here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, see, Emperor Queen's doing a few little rotations there. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, he had one attack there. GG's. Yeah, that was some beautiful luck right there at the end. GG just spins well too. Sub 44 is pretty good. He had to redo mission 3 as well, so like that's unfortunate that it happened, but even with that, like he had no other mistakes really. Very impressive run from him too. GG's both runners. This game kicks ass and I love it. You all should play this game someday if you're not done so already. I freaking love this game. This game's so awesome. Just like Star Fox 64, the vibes in this game are also immaculate. Absolutely incredible vibes. And also, if you have some people to play with, this game's multiplayer is fire, straight up. It's so good. There's also just a lot of things to unlock in multiplayer, too. Like, if I recall, I think, like, if you get 200 kills in multiplayer, you unlock, that's like the final thing you unlock right there. Something like that. But yeah, it's really cool. I love this game. I played it a lot as a kid, and I play a lot as an adult technically too, because I speedrun it for a while, but yeah. I love this game so much. It's got an incredible soundtrack. If you like orchestral, like, really good orchestral music in general, this game's soundtrack is godlike. And also the multiplayer soundtrack is really good too. Every single multiplayer map has a different song. It's not reused, like, even though it's like the same stages and stuff. It's not reused whatsoever. It's very cool. Like, listen to some of the multiplayer tracks too, if y'all want to. It's really good. I recommend the Saria soundtrack personally on multiplayer, and also like the Simple Map one. Those will pop up to me for sure. They're very, very good. But yeah, I've been gushing a lot about this game. It is a good video game, I don't know. Play it for Crystal? You could play it for Crystal too if you want. Do it for her. Also, I'm gonna throw a hot take before I head off for the night after this, but Star Fox Command is a very good video game, and I absolutely love that game. Y'all should play that one too someday. All 9 endings are... Some are absurd, but they're all really good, and the journey to get there is just a great time. And honestly, a lot of the context from previous stuff in the entire series kind of is wrapped, like, tied together in that game, even though it's a lot of it's non-canon. It's so good, though. Crystal's theme, especially in Command, is incredible. I love Crystal's theme in that game. Everyone's theme, though, is really good. It really is, but Crystal's theme pops off. It really does. But yeah, I could stick around for a next run because no one's commenting it, and then just commentary afterwards. Not sure what y'all